Hi, so this is another new project. I have to replace this faucet. It's kind of old now, so we have to upgrade it to this one here that we just picked up from Home Depot. It's a newer brand. It's got this little sprayer, and so we picked that up. So that's what I'm going to be installing today. When you look inside, it comes with all those hanging supply lines. Of course, when you look first, you're like, whoa, that's too many lines, but each line actually has a purpose. Hot water, cold water, and the mixer. And he's got this screw to hold the faucet and the weight for the sprayer. So to bring the sprayer back to the nozzle every time you use it right there. So every time you pull it, the weight will pull it back. So it goes back to place. And then of course, the face plate. I'm gonna show you where we're gonna use it. It came with this little wrench. I don't know why, because I didn't use it for anything. Hopefully everything will stay in place. Of course, the user manual, that was kind of useful. I didn't really look at it, but it was kind of useful. So yeah, so what I forgot is like most of the newer model come with a 3/8 of inch fitting. So I had to buy a, as you can see, look, yeah, that's a 3/8 inch fitting. So I had to buy an adapter so you can fit my half-inch supply line from the wall. So that's why I had to go and purchase that. So just to let you know, so don't be alarmed. So that's where it is, under the sink. So the water supply is there, so I have to remove that and remove all the adapters from the top to the bottom. So I have to remove those. Here we go. So I have removed them, as you can see. So they're all gone. So that was the first step that I had to make to remove the lines, the feed lines. So of course, don't forget to use the plumber tape to avoid any leaks. So now I have to remove those plastic that holds the old faucet. They just plastic, because you're not supposed to tie them up so hard. So I just have to unscrew that and to make sure these are removed. So once that was done, I'm going to show you. See, this is what happened when you finish removing those plastic. It just comes out by itself. It's very forward, so very practical. So this is what it looks. When you remove it, you have the 3 holes. So I'm lucky I have all 3 holes. So if I had 1 hole, I would have just put the faucet by itself. But since I have all the 3 holes, I had to make sure that once I install the faucet, that the 2 holes are covered. So that's why I need the faceplate. So that's a great thing that it included with the faucet in the box. So that's what I'm going to be using. So yeah, so make sure you clean it actually before installing the new faucet, because it's very important. So here we go. So this is how you start. Make sure you put the faceplate first. Put the supply line first, and then and put it through the sink once you're done with that one. Don't be intimidated when you see all those lines. Do not. It's pretty forward. They made it to be user friendly. So yes, so that's just why it looks. And then of course now insert the line through the middle hole, of course, to make sure that everything fits well. If not, you're gonna have to buy a drill and put a new hole in the center. So here we go, and just make sure it looks decent, because if the hole are showing, well, you probably have to buy a different kind of faucet. But I just made sure that everything fits well and it looks good for what we're trying to do. So, and I was kind of happy with that. So that was great. So now once you're done with that, you take the plastic that came with it in the box. It's like a screw, so you tie them up. You don't need really to tie them so hard, because, and for me especially, I have a big hand. So, and just make sure you adjust it as you want. So once you tie it up, just make sure that everything is well adjusted to make sure it looks good up there. And here we go. And now there is actually, for the mixer line, you just have to clip it. You're gonna hear it click, and that should be it. So once you do that, now you're going to see there is a place that say weight here. So that's why you're going to put the weight, the counterweight, that will allow the sprayer to come down. So there is this plastic back on the clip. It says up, so everything is written in there. Once you put it, it will click, and then that you know is in place. And then from there, you take the weight itself and just slide it in to the clip, and it will stay in place. So you don't really have to screw anything. That's why I say I don't know why they had that little wrench. And of course, you have to test it to make sure the weight is working properly. Here we go, and it does work to me. And don't forget to put the plumber tape. That's very important. So before putting all the supply line in. So, and yeah, I put it on both sides, of course. So I started with the hot line because it says that's the only one that's labeled hot water. So I started with that one, tied it up, and then put the cold one. And of course, both of them I put the plumber tape. And once you do that with your finger, with your hands, that will be kind of, lightly. So you're going to have to get a wrench and tied it up a little harder so to avoid any leaks. So that's what I did right there. Tied them up a little deeper, and there we go on both sides. So that's what it is. Like I say, it's really forward. It's not really too complicated. It didn't take me that long. So once it's done, I test the weight again just to make sure it's not obstructed with anything. So I did that, and badam, voila. That's the final thing, and it looked like it's working fine. I made sure that the hot water is working, and that the sprayer is working properly. We have 2 settings. And thank you for watching, guys. And if you have any question, do not hesitate. Thank you.